Bro, ChatGPT today helped me create a pivot table. It was amazing. It was fantastic.
Dude, it's fantastic.
It's the best.
It's Excel skills. You know what it even did today, too? And I was going to bring this up and put it in the show notes. I decided not to do it because I don't want to be braggadocious, which is very uncharacteristic of me. I was feeling humble today.
I mean, you are Mr. Braggadocious.
I don't want to come off with the hubris here, but I'm just saying, Look, you know how I said 2 episodes ago, episode 281, not that I went back and looked at it, that AI was going to take people's jobs out? Like if you were a general practitioner, you're gone.
What happened at Microsoft?
What? No, what happened at Microsoft?
Oh, they laid off. I mean, maybe you want to Google.
Oh, yeah, they laid off people.
Maybe like 7,000 people, and each of them they write scripts. So
if you're writing code, AI's got you.
Dude,
say goodbye.
Think about it. Those people got to be making like $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right. 7,000 people.
Yeah.
How much money did they add to the bottom line?
Yeah, man. I mean,
so that's the problem, right? And then you're like, it's so messed up.
Jill coming through with the screen dynamics.
6,000 employees, 3% of their workforce. And you're like, man, those people have been there so long, and you got to think, right?
Look on that Bloomberg article.
Some of them have been there so long. Asking these people to start over, like some of these people have been working there like 20 years.
Microsoft lays off hit coders hardest with AI costs on the rise, and of course we can't afford to pay for Bloomberg. So there you go.
Ghetto, bro.
I do have a Apple News subscription. I'll have to show Jill how to access that. You know, I pay for that good. You know, I'm out here. Apple One, what's up?
Apple One.
So I was looking at the news today, and you know, I said that specialized doctors would be okay. I was wrong.
Even specialized doctors are in trouble?
So a doctor literally posted on social media, because so you know it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I got another anecdotal story to tell you at the end of the show about social media. Remind me about the social media story. It's a good one.
Okay.
So for those of you listening, it's what we like to call a teaser in the business. For the good stuff, you got to wait till the end.
You got tease, okay.
So, yeah, there you go. Microsoft laying off about 6,000 people, 3% of its workforce. Microsoft cutting, blah.
Aiming to reduce management.
The maker, scroll down.
This guy's not hurting.
No, he's not. Okay, we continue to implement organizational changes necessary to best position the company for success in a dynamic marketplace. Translated loosely, we are cutting costs to make more money. We want more profits, and we're going to cut these costs because AI can do their jobs.
Bro, this is what we did an episode like this once, and it was such a big hit, and we never did it again. I don't know why.
Translating these loosely?
Yeah, we read like statements that companies would make, and you would translate it loosely, and I think it was from Nike.
Bro, you want to know why?
Why?
Is because this was used against me later on.
What do you mean?
Like, I heard you say that. Is that what you meant?
Is that oh?
And I'm like, nah, man, it's hot in here.
You step outside right now.
I was like, that's not what I meant. I said it in a different context, though.
Yeah,
They're like, it was an earnings call. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
No, it's a snowflake. It's not all the same.
Yeah, I mean, they're very unique.
Very unique.
So the social media story that I saw today was a doctor basically lamenting that he spent 20 years learning how to read x-rays. And he brought up an x-ray of an unknown patient and said, this patient has on the left lung clear pneumonia. On the right lung is starting to show a beginning of a collapsed lung. And to me, it looked like a bunch of like gray blotches. And it looked like someone's like lung cavity or their chest. But I couldn't tell that from the images. And he's like, and look what AI can do. And he just pulls up an image of AI, and it literally has like a heat map on both lungs showing his same conclusions.
Wow.
And he's like, I spent 20 years refining this skill that AI can now do in minutes. And he's like, if you're coming out of medical school, why would you spend decades refining this skill to read these x-rays when now you can just literally pay for this subscription and get this? And if you're a hospital, you just pay for all your doctors that have this subscription.
I mean, I know. But that's been the problem. I think this advancement in technology will actually take into effect and be utilized. Whereas, like, I mean, for a long time, they teach you how to do, like, long division, and people are like, I got a calculator, bro. I'm not going to need that in the workforce.
Yo, let me ask you both a question, and I want you to be honest with me. Have you guys turned your phone sideways to use the more complicated calculator at all recently?
Hey,
hell no.
What percentage of the buttons do you recognize? Yeah. Honestly,
I used to use an HP 12C calculator.
I'm saying, I know.
I gotta tell you right now, you know what my HP 12C is now? Yo, ChatGPT, solve this.
It's smart. Why would you, right?